First of all, I'd like to say I've operated in the power industry in the last 15 years.
Okay.
So I'm very well aware. In the Regulatory Commission, we had what we call the MITO. MITO is the multi-year tariff order, which has a sequential increase over a number of years, a 10-year space, to say at every point, maybe 6 months or 8 months to 1 year, there will be a marginal increase in order for to attract investment to the power sector from the private investors or the private sector. There has to be a cost reflective tariff. That's a tariff that takes care of the cost of production. Okay, so that's the cost of gas, buying the equipment, transmission and distribution of power. These are the four things that you must go through before you can sell 1 kilowatt of power. So, and from a power producing state, the federal government is finishing the 4th hydroelectric power plant.
So you have Kainji, Shiroro, which one again?
Jeba, Kainji, Shiroro, and now Zungero.
Yeah.
Okay, and hopefully, if things go well, then the last one will be Gurara. All right.
Yeah.
Now, this is another source of what we call renewable energy. It's a renewable because it's by the dams where they dammed water from our rainfall or from our groundwater that comes to the surface that is taken and it turns the turbines. But once the rivers are low, you know that we won't have generation because that's the source of fuel. Nigeria is blessed in the oil and gas sector that we're still flaring gas. So a lot of projects are going on now to try and bring gas to areas where there are no gas so that we can situate power plants that are fired by gas. And if we can make our gas price cheaper, it will be easy to bring down tariff.
Exactly.
So the problem is there's a system in place to try and bring us to a point where we'll have cost reflective tariff. Because we're living in a time where government is the same subsidy, federal government will produce power and sell at a discounted price to people and all that. So, but we're coming to a time now that where attention is, what is my other source of power? And we have 12 hours in the day that we have sunlight or daylight.
Exactly.
So solar systems and solar panels are made from sand. But we'd rather be playing football on sand than taking this sand and putting factories that will create more solar panels and we can deploy to our hinterlands where they are not connected to the national grid or to any local grid, that during the night hour, you have the sunlight given by God free of charge has paid for your dark hours of 12 hours in the night. So those that really need what we call base loading power are the ones that can either in production or doing something with it, they are eligible to pay. Those of us that are masses that cannot pay, we should hope that the federal government, through the Rural Electrification Agency and other agencies, and maybe donor agencies in the world, will bring solar systems to our communities.
Yes, it's time for us to look
and it's
towards.
Ongoing. They have been doing street lighting, but now we need to go into refrigeration by solar. We need to go for our school classrooms by solar. I was president of my school association.
Reduce
my set in my military school. We came together. One of us is very good in installing solar systems, and we raised finances ourselves and said the SS3 block where they must read day and night in order to pass and bring about sustainable excellence in Air Force Military School, JOS, we solarized the whole SS3 class. So struggle through when there's light and no light from JS1 to JS. But when it's time for you to, it's because school start that will make you go to your next level of education.
Yeah.
And we put that in place. So we can talk to other school associations. We have done it. It's not rocket science. Do it. And if everybody just takes responsibility, let's gather. We have 12 hours. Let's give them battery banks that will store and give them light throughout the night. Then you people know that you have power throughout the night, and then during the daylight you recharge your systems.
Yeah.
There must be what we call systems planning. We are used to wasteful power use in UK everywhere. As people are going out, they're switching off. Some people go and switch it off from the mains until they come out, then they on from the mains so that they calculate the hours of power usage in the houses. So all of them in the houses know if you don't charge your phone in the next 4 hours, in the morning when we're all going to work, I'm switching off power. And that disciplined lifestyle, you don't see people in those countries. And lest we forget, you can't store power. There's no storage for power. The highest storage of power is batteries. So once power is transmitted, it's lost. So somebody has from the load centers has to take over power.
All right.
Yeah.